for tuning in and welcome to the Property Guide. This is a comprehensive guide to the property market. We've reviewed locations, developers and projects so you can find the right home and make the most profitable and efficient investment when it comes to buying real estate. We thank you for your wonderful response to our first couple of episodes, and this is episode 4 of the Property Guide. Remember, you can send in questions to thepropertyguide@etnow.com. On the show this week, we will first tell you if it makes sense in Mumbai to pay a premium for projects from premium developers. We'll review the micro market of Dwarka Expressway and tell you if that's a location that you should consider as an investment option. And we'll also tell you whether it makes sense right now to invest in Greater Noida. Alright, joining us now on the show are O. Mahuja, the CEO of Residential Services at Joneland LaSalle, and Karthik Verma, co-founder of PropTiger, who joins us in Delhi. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the show. It's a pleasure to have you on the Property Guide. Today's discussion is very interesting. Now, we know that there are a lot of premium developers in the city of Mumbai who charge well above market price for the apartments they build. The question we're asking is, does it make sense for you to consider these apartments and pay that premium? Especially if you're an investor, will it give you the right amount of growth on your investment? Let's first take a look at all of these projects right now in Mumbai and a comparison of what they're charging with what the rate is on the street. There are several developers in Mumbai who will tell you that their brand comes with a premium tag. Here's a look at how they price their projects. Hiranandani's Maitri Park project in Chembur is priced at 22,700 rupees a square foot. That's 5,000 rupees higher than the locality price. Rustomji's project in Thane is priced at 18,000 rupees a square foot. That's double the price of the rest of the neighborhood. Godrej Properties Serenity in Chembur, priced at 28,863 rupees, is almost 11,000 rupees higher than the rest of the neighborhood. Godrej Platinum in Vikhroli, priced between 25,000 and 34,000 rupees, is almost double the rest of the neighborhood. Oberoi Realty is Exquisite in Goregaon is priced at 24,000 rupees a square foot, 9,000 rupees higher than the locality. The Lodha Group's Aristo in Thane, priced at 15,200 rupees a square foot, and the Lodha's Evoke in Vadala, priced at 22,500, are both 6,000 rupees higher than the rest of the competition. Raheja Developers Metal Box in Worli, priced at 50,000 rupees a square foot, is 14,000 rupees higher than the rest of Worli. And India Bulls Blue in Worli, priced at 60,000 rupees a square foot, is nearly double the price of projects in the rest of Worli. Alright, so you got that list down. Now let's take a look at whether or not it makes sense. I'm going to start with you, Om. The thing about premium developers, and let's talk about two separate groups of people, end users who are actually going to live in these apartments and investors. Now, if you first consider investments, in places like Thane, Chembur, Panvel, where there are developers who are now charging, like we saw on the list, double what the street is charging, does it make sense for me to invest in those properties? Are the risks different? Will the returns be different?
Premium properties, the definition is very different in different parts of the country and different parts of the city. When we say premium, it's primarily keeping in mind there's a lot of more USPs attached to a property, a lot more view and a lot more pin code and a lot more aspects of snob value which is attached to a property. Premium is not just basically giving more amenities, giving more luxury in terms of aspects of design. It's not, doesn't work. So what we've seen is island, part of the prime island where it's Worli, or you have the prime addresses like Nepean Sea Road or Cuff Parade, or you have to an extent I would say Parel. Their products, there are few products there where the density is very important. In a 6-acre product, 150 families going to live is very critical. That's premium. In a 15-20 acre property, 1,000 families living will not give the premiumness. We continue to believe somebody is looking at actual use, somebody is looking at self-use and has a budget to afford it. He or she should buy into the premium properties with a lot more USPs attached to it.
So if you're looking at a place like Thane, for example, and we just saw on the list that we put out, there are some developers that are charging double what the other developers are charging on the street, or what the going rate is on that particular neighborhood. Does it make sense in a place like Thane, where we're seeing so much development, or a place like Deonar or Chembur, one of those places, Vikhroli, where there's so much development, to buy something that's certainly double?
I would say it doesn't make investment logic. It doesn't see, if you're looking at investment per se, well, you will look at exit few years later. When you want to look at few years later exit, I don't think there are many buyers on the street today who are looking at paying that kind of premium in future when you want to exit. Today, if a developer is struggling to sell the product, you may have to struggle more than the developer eventually going forward to sell a premium property, which is actually double the price of the market.
Alright, so avoidable as an investment. If I bring in Karthik, you deal with end users and customers all the time. Now tell us this. There are a lot of developers who currently claim to be building premium apartments. Can you give us a checklist of what qualifies as a premium apartment and what should command that kind of rate?
To start with, just any builder who doesn't have a brand can't suddenly price their product at a premium level if they don't have a history of delivering a certain kind of quality in terms of their product is concerned. Premium could also mean timeliness of delivery as well. You don't want to be waiting for 7 years for the project to be delivered. So other than, some of the things that you'd be looking at the entry level, you also want to look at, things like whether the quality of construction remains or not, which is why the past track record is very important. If I'm a builder who has delivered on time, on budget, and exactly related to the specs that I had marketed the property at, then I have the ability to actually extract some kind of a premium pricing when I'm launching new projects out there. Depending upon how the planning permission works out over there, if there's a lot of space, if there's a lot of 360-degree view and so on, all those different factors certainly add to the premiumness of a property compared to 1 acre having 75, 80 units in a city like Mumbai could just be very, very dense. So I think it's a bunch of hardware and software issues, and as consumers, be they end users or investors, choose to put their money down into a premium property, they need to be doing a thorough research on it, particularly if they're paying a price which is higher than a comparable price than what you suggested in the neighborhood.
The other question I have for you is, you did mention as an investor, it does not make sense for me to go, especially in Mumbai, anywhere off the island and look for premium property. So if I were looking for a premium investment in real estate in Mumbai, what areas would you recommend I look at?
I would say anywhere which is South Mumbai and in and around BKC, that is the financial hub of Mumbai. That is what we think is something which one should look at in terms of premium. And the other location, which is the destination which we believe is Chembur, which basically is, in terms of connectivity going forward, it will be the best connected place in Mumbai city. So that is a pocket which we believe that one should look at.
Here's a list of premium projects currently being built in the city of Mumbai that our experts suggest will actually give you bang for that buck. Take a look. Lodha Group's codename Metropolis in Vadala, priced at nearly 16,000 rupees a square foot. L&T's Crescent Bay in Parel, priced at 21,000 rupees a square foot. Kalpatru's Avana, also in Parel, at 32,000 rupees a square foot. The K. Raheja Metal Box Lot Tower in Worli at 50,000 rupees a square foot. One Avignan Park in Lower Parel at 40,000 rupees a square foot. And Runwal's unnamed Naples Road project priced at 85,000 rupees a square foot. Alright, so that was the list. We'll quickly take a couple of questions that came in response to our episode last week about Bangalore. Rajesh Subramanian has written in, he booked a 2-bedroom apartment in a project by Commune Properties in Chandrapura Anikal Road in Bangalore. He tells us he booked it at 2,300 rupees a square foot. He wants to know what the expected value of property will be in this location, maybe early 2015. Let's talk about the location in general. This is next to Electronic City. We were talking about Sarjapur Road and those areas. This is in the other direction. Will this see the kind of appreciation of the next, 2 odd years?
We believe this is an oversupply zone. We believe the kind of supply which is going to hit the road in terms of next few years, it's going to keep these prices subdued. And we don't see prices moving up faster. And we neither see that there is going to be enough demand to drive this price movement there.
Alright, we'll take a very quick break. When we come back, both of our guests are going to stay with us and we'll review the micro market of Dwarka Expressway and find out if it's actually a location that makes an interesting investment option. We'll also give you a list of products that you can hold on to. Don't go anywhere.